Good afternoon, and I welcome you students for another important session on force and laws of motion. Before we begin the session, let us relieve the stress, let us release the tension, let us release the stiffness, let us release the negative distractions from our mind. Sit comfortably on the chair. Make sure that your spinal cord is erect. You put a pillow behind the back of your chair. Okay? Behind your back. Spinal cord should be erect. Sit comfortably. We will be beginning with Bhastrika 10 rounds. You already know about it. Inhale, exhale. How many? 10. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, start. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come back. Come back. These are your fingers open, close 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release stretch the neck to the left and the right side. So any stiffness, stretch the tissues of the neck. All right, right hand. With the right hand, stretch the neck to the right side. Apply some pressure and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Left hand, apply pressure from the left hand side to the neck and hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back. Take the neck to the right and left. Inhale. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we will give a clockwise and anti-clockwise rotation to the neck 3 times. Clockwise, 3 times anti-clockwise. Half inhale and half exhale. Start. Reverse. Okay, come back. The tension, the stiffness from the neck is released before we start our lecture. Now, what we can do, students, our shoulders are very important. They should be relaxed because I will be writing with this right hand and using pen. Okay, what we will do? Shoulders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, come back. Now you have your legs and the 2 feet, and you will rotate the feet clockwise 5 times and anti-clockwise 5 times. Clockwise rotation of the feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse ankle rotation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, come back. Now we will do some breathing in order to detox and in order to release the negative and stress inside the body. There's a lot of stress. You have been studying from the morning, students. We need to relax. We need to have a relaxed mind, empty mind, clear mind, remove the negative thoughts from the mind. So today we are going to practice Brahmari. You know about the honeybee sound. What we will do? We will inhale from the nostril and then we will make a honeybee sound. What honeybee sound? You know about that? These are my 2 thumbs. Fold your hands like this. 2 thumbs. Put the 2 thumbs on inside the ear. 5 rounds will be there. Are you ready? Tell me.
Sir, I have done it in the morning.
Okay, very good. Then this is another time to release the stress. These you will put two of your thumbs on the 2 ears. Then honeybee we will use. Honeybee vibrations are very good, and this produces very good effects in the body. You'll see. All right, then close your eyes. Close your eyes, and we will start when I say 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Mm. Second. Third round. Fourth round. Last round. Come back, come back. Normal breathing, relax, normal breathing. Focus on your breathing. Hold your two hands, rub your two hands, rub your two hands, rub your two hands. Healing energy is produced, heat energy is produced. And just for 30 seconds, put these two hands on your eyes, relax. All right, come back, come back. Prayer, prayer to the God and the universe. Hold your hands. Prayer. We thank you, God. We thank you, universe, for the gift of the life. We promise that we will work our best to produce the best results. Slowly, you may open your eyes with smiles. 3 claps. 1, 2, 3. Okay, come back, come back. All right, students, stress has been released. Mind is clear, clarity, focus, and concentration. Set up an intention. What is our intention today? We will focus and concentrate on the lesson. And we are setting up a target today. Every time we deliver a lecture, there is a target. Our target is we will study today the conservation of momentum. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we will be starting the session. Have paper, notebooks, colored pens, pencils ready. And we are getting ready for the class. Concentrate and focus.
All right, students, we are back. Very, very important thing, students. Up to now, students, we have studied what we have studied. First law of motion. What is the first law of motion, student? Fast 30 seconds.
If the object moves in a straight line and covers, if the object
First law. Newton's first law of motion.
in Newton's first law of motion, object which is at rest, or when object keep moving in a given direction with uniform velocity, then the object will be at rest or it will keep moving when no forces act upon them.
So when no external force, no unbalanced force is acting, the body will continue to be in its state. This is also called law of inertia. Why it is called law of inertia? Why it is called law of inertia? Student, fast. Think. That is the way we work and we learn.
Sir, inertia is the tendency of undisturbed objects to be at rest or to keep moving.
To be in their state of motion or at rest. And what it depends on? Inertia depends on which physical quantity. Inertia depends on the mass. The larger the mass, the greater the inertia. And you have seen how much a large number of cases of inertia in our everyday life. So many examples. Okay. What is the second law of motion? What was the second law of motion, students?
The rate of change of momentum is directly proportional to the applied unbalanced force in the direction of force.
F is equal to ma. You have seen that on a body the same forces may be acting, but acceleration produced can be different because their masses are different. You have seen when the players catch the ball, they take their hands back. You have seen the applications of the second law in everyday life. What is the third law of Newton's motion?
Yes, sir. When one object exerts a force on another object, uh, the other object instantaneously exerts a force on the first object.
Equal and opposite force, action and reaction. All right. Now we are saying conservation of momentum, student. What do you mean by the word conservation, student? When I use the word conservation, what is the meaning of conservation? Conservation. If there are two bodies, one is moving with some velocity, other is moving with some velocity, supposing the two bodies collide. And we are saying if no external force is there, then the total momentum of the bodies before collision and after collision will be equal. That is what we say. The total momentum is not going to change. Although a body which was moving faster, which has larger momentum, may become lower in momentum, then the other will gain the momentum. The total momentum remains the same before the collision and after the collision. So this is what we mean by conservation of momentum. Important, note down. Every definition is important. We begin with the definition, then we explain the definition, then we give examples of the definition, and then we derive the formulas. That's how we learn science and physics. It says conservation. So conservation is very important word. The total momentum, if I system is isolated, the total momentum will be conserved because there is no external force acting. When two bodies collide with each other in the absence of external force, then the total final momentum of the bodies is equal to their total initial momentum. In other words, momentum is neither created nor destroyed, but only changed through action of forces. Students, okay? Let me say, I have two balls. Students, you have two balls. This is my ball A, and you have another ball, student, ball B. Okay? You have two balls. There will be some mass of the ball A, supposing MA, mass of ball A is MA, students. Mass of ball B is MB. Supposing the two are moving, then there will be some velocity which they are moving, students. Supposing I say the initial velocity of ball A is UA. Okay? This also has some initial velocity of ball B is UB. Okay? Initial velocities and masses. They can be moving in the same direction, they can be moving in the opposite direction, right? But when the balls move in the same direction, because the force and the momentum, if I will calculate the momentum, student, momentum, is a vector quantity. Is it a vector quantity? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Velocity is a vector quantity. Okay? Momentum, velocity, force, they are vector. They have magnitude and direction. They have magnitude and direction, students. So if I take, when they are moving to the right, if I say that they are moving to the right, I take positive. Then if they move to the left, what will happen? Then I will take negative value. Is a type of sign convention. For example, if I say this is my 0, this is positive. and this is negative. ठीक है? Right side I'm saying positive, left side. Supposing they are moving in the same direction, students, and the balls collide. What is happening? The balls collide. What will happen? Will the velocity remain the same or change when they will collide? The velocity will change.
Yes.
So after collision, what has happened, student? If they are moving, I am assuming they are moving in the same direction. They are moving in the same direction as we have seen, positive direction. One will be faster, supposing one is moving with a higher velocity than other. So there, out of the two, supposing I say UA is greater than UB, the velocity of A is greater than B, then what happens when they collide, student? They collide. These balls are colliding, student. The final velocity will change. Final velocity VA, and here I am saying final velocity VB. ठीक है? So the balls have changed their velocities, and then what is there? We can calculate the momentum before collision, and we can calculate the momentum after collision of each ball. Momentum. What is the formula momentum, students? What is the formula momentum? P1, or if I say PA MA into UA, this is the initial momentum. ठीक है? Initial momentum, mass into initial velocity. And what is the final momentum, students? PB PA, final momentum. I'm saying only A yet. ठीक है? Final momentum of A PA MA into VA. Velocity now changes. ठीक है? And similarly, I can calculate the, this is for ball A. You can calculate for ball B, student, also initial momentum. What will be initial momentum? What will be the initial momentum? This is the final momentum. This is the, so let me make some changes here. If this is P, let me say this is P dash A. What will be PB MB into UB? Final momentum. What will be final momentum? P dash B MB into VB. Am I okay?
Yes, sir.
What we are saying, conservation momentum means that this momentum before collision and this momentum, sum of the momentums after collision will be equal. That's what you are saying. Conservation of momentum. What do you mean by conservation of momentum? So when the balls will collide, the initial momenta of the two balls, if you will add, will be equal to the final momenta of the two balls. That is the meaning of law of conservation of momentum. Tell me, any doubt here, students?
No, sir.
What you are saying? This is the P dash initial momentum of A. ठीक है? PA is the initial momentum of A, and PB is the initial momentum of B, will be equal to P dash A plus P dash B. Initial momentum of the two balls sum is equal to final momentum of the two balls. That is the meaning of conservation of momentum. We have to derive this formula. We will see how we can derive this formula. They will ask you to derive the formula of the conservation of momentum. But first, let us understand this definition and what is the meaning of this. If they collide in a positive direction, what happens then? One is positive, other is negative. Sign convention is required here. Why the sign convention is required? Now you know, because these are vector quantities. Okay? Therefore, sign convention is important in question and in numericals also. We will have to use sign convention, student. If they are in the same direction, right side, we are saying positive. And if they move to the left hand side, we are saying negative direction, because these are vector quantities. So we have to be clear about the signs when we will use this formula, students. All right, note down. Note down, student. Okay. Important demonstration of this. What is the demonstration of this, student? Demonstration of new conservation of momentum by using Newton's cradle. Newton's cradle. What is a Newton's cradle, student? You see that here I have, how many balls are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 balls are there. Can you see 5 balls?
Yes, sir.
They are of equal masses. Equal masses, students. And they are tied up with a string. They are tied up with a string on the top of them. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Newton's cradle is a device that demonstrates the conservation of momentum and conservation of energy with swinging spheres. These are 5 spheres which are swinging. They can move like this, students, left and right. Supposing I lift one of this ball, okay, to the right side. So I am lifting and release it. Release it. After I release it, what will happen? It will hit this. It will collide with this ball. This will collide with this, and the result will be, if I take one of this will go to equal distance. If this I went, this was the distance, one of this will move to the other side. So one ball, last sphere swings back and strikes nearly stationary sphere, repeating the effect in the opposite direction. So what will happen? This will swing, and then when it comes back, it will strike, and then this will swing. So students, when one sphere at the end is lifted and released, it strikes the stationary spheres, transmitting a force through the stationary spheres that pushes the last sphere upward. The last sphere swings back and strikes the nearly stationary sphere, repeating the effect in the opposite direction. The device is named after 17th century scientist Isaac Newton, designed by French scientist Isaac. It is also known as Newton's pendulum, Newton's balls, Newton rocker, or executive clear. Okay? So this is a demonstration of, student, what it demonstrates. Law of conservation of momentum. The swinging balls. If I will swing 2, then what will happen? They will strike and they will go. 2 of this will go like that. So this cradles are available as models for the students. You can buy them also and use this. What we are trying to say, there are ball, students, they are colliding. The total momentum of the balls before the collision and total momentum of the balls after collisions will remain the same. Total momentum is conserved. Okay? Conservation of the momentum. The momentum before the collision and momentum after the collision remains the same. Note down, then we will move further, students. Okay. Next question comes in the paper. What question they give you? The question has been given many times, students. They will ask you, students, state and derive the law of conservation of momentum. Important question. Let me put this in the question form, student. What we have to do? We have to derive the formula for the conservation of the momentum. I am saying, student, let there be 2 balls. You can see 2 balls here, A and B. Okay? mass, let me take mass, suppose two objects or two balls A and B. ठीक है? What is the mass of ball A, student? MA. ठीक है? They are MA and MB given. MA and MB are traveling in the same direction. They are traveling in the same direction. Direction is same. You know that if I change the direction, what happens? It is a vector quantity. Sign convention we have to follow. This figure is shown here in the NCERT book. They have shown the figure. UA and UB are the initial velocity. ठीक है? Initial velocity of AUA, mass of ball BMB, initial velocity of BUB. I'm taking a positive sign. Why? Because they are moving in the same direction. If one is opposite direction, what will I do? I will make it negative then. In this case, you can see that they are moving in the same direction. Are they?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And there are no external unbalanced force. This is important. Conservation will hold true if no external force is acting. No external force. Student, this is important. No external unbalanced force. So whatever change will take place, that will take place due to the collision of the two balls. Due to the collision of the two balls, students. Very good. Okay. Further, he is saying let UAB, let the velocity of A is more than velocity of B. Now the two balls collide. Here you can see the two balls collide. What will happen during collision? Balls collide. Ball A will exert a force FAB on B, on ball B. Am I right?
Yes,
Tell
sir.
me. And ball B will exert equal and opposite force. ठीक है? Opposite force on ball A. What will be that? FBA. And this is negative. This is negative. See, I am making a negative sign. This is positive. Because this is exerted. You have seen what is this? Newton's third law of motion. Action, reaction. Equal in magnitude, but opposite in direction. Am I right?
Yes,
Tell
sir.
me. Okay. So can we calculate what is the formula for the force, student? What is the force exerted by A on B? How will you calculate force? What is the formula? What is the formula, student? When we will do this formula, how will you calculate the force on A on B? Mass of A
Into acceleration.
into acceleration, which is equal to mass of A into final velocity. What is the final velocity? We have not mentioned. Okay, mention now. ठीक है? VA initial velocity and final velocities. Final velocities I am taking VA and VB. Okay, final velocity of A, VA and final velocity of B, VB. Then what will be VA minus UA? What is force according to second law of motion? Rate of change of momentum. Rate of change of momentum.
Yes.
If we assume the time period is T, ठीक है? So the time, if T is the time period of the collision, students, then the collision lasts for time T seconds. ठीक है? We are saying what is the time of the collision, students? T seconds. Then what will be this divided by T? This is the correct formula. Any mistake here? Is there any mistake?
No, sir.
Okay, this is my equation 1. Now the ball B will exert an equal and opposite force, student, which is FBA. What will be that equal to? MB into acceleration. Okay, I'm saying A and acceleration B. So what will be that? Mass of the B, VB minus UB divided by T. This is my equation 2. The sign is negative because equal and opposite forces are there. Okay? FAB is equal to FBA. Let me put it here. When I will write, I will write FAB is equal to minus FBA. Okay? Which law is this? Third law of motion. Am I okay?
Yes, sir.
So I put 1 equal to 2. Then what is the result, student? What is the result? 1 equal to 2. MA VA minus UA divided by T is equal to MB VB minus UB divided by T, negative sign. Is it clear?
Yes,
Equation 3. Time and time will cancel. Then what will I get, student? MA VA minus UA is equal to minus MB VB minus UB. This is my equation 3. Open it up. MA VA minus MA UA is equal to minus MB VB plus MB UB. Equation 4. I've done any mistake or everything is okay?
sir.
So negative you take on the other side. What will be this? MA VA plus MB VB is equal to MA UA plus MB UB. Equation number 5. Oh, is it correct?
Yes, sir.
What is this, student? What is this? Sum of the momentum of the balls after collision. What is this? What is this, student? This is the total momentum of the two balls after collision is equal to total momentum of two balls before the collision. Am I right, student? Tell me.
Yes, sir.
So this is what we have derived, student. This is what we call as law of conservation of momentum. This is a mathematical form of the law of conservation of momentum. Mathematical form of the law of the conservation of momentum. I can show it, student, this way. This is the formula you should note down in the colored pen because numericals will be solved on the basis of the student. Note down, students. Derivation is important. They will ask you in the paper. Therefore, students, we can say as a result of this collision, we have assumed to be ideal because we assume there is no external force acting and there is no loss of momentum or energy anywhere. Sum of the momenta of two objects before collision is equal to sum of the momenta before collision is equal to the sum of the momenta after collision, provided no external unbalanced force acts on them. This is known as the law of conservation. This statement can be alternatively given as a total momentum of two objects is unchanged or conserved after the collision. Note down, very important. Question will be asked on this. Question will be asked on this. Note down, student, note down. Derivation is important. That they will ask you in the paper. Have you derived it, students?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then we proceed further, students. Here are some of the activities, some experiment as shown by the NCERT book. We can do them to demonstrate the conservation of the momentum principle. Can see, he says, take a big rubber balloon and inflate it fully. Is a rubber balloon, student. What is this? Rubber balloon. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Inflate it and you are tying with a thread. Use an adhesive tape, fix a straw on the surface of the balloon. Yes, straw, student, straw. Then you will stick it on the balloon. Buy a tape, adhesive tape. Pass a thread through the straw. Straw is empty from inside. You can pass a thread. Can you? Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hold one end of the thread in your hand and fix on the other. One you are fixing on the wall. Other you can hold with your hand. Or any friend, or you can hold on some other wall or something. Ask your friend to hold the other end of the thread or fix it on a wall as shown in figure 9.5. Now you remove the thread. What will happen? Tell me what you will observe. What you will observe? As you remove the thread, what will happen? The air of the balloon will be released. Then it will exert an equal and opposite force. Okay? And the result of that will be what? The straw will move. Okay? What is the result? If you remove thread tied on the neck of balloon, air is released. Air is released. What is that? This is our balloon. Air is released in this direction. There was air inside this. The air is released in this direction. And this is a straw on the top of this. And it's tied with a string. What will happen? The straw will move to which side, student? Straw will
Towards right.
move to the right side. This is moving to the left side. So what is happened? Equal and opposite forces are acting. These activities are being done, student, to demonstrate what we are talking about. The total energy is conserved, the total momentum is conserved, and also it demonstrates the third law, action and reaction. Action and reaction. We can note down the velocities before and after, and we can apply the law of conservation of momentum. It will hold true. We can find the final velocity, the velocity with which the straw moves. It will obey. Initially, the straw is at rest, balloon is at rest. Balloon and straw, ठीक है? They are at rest. And after this, what will happen? They will move with velocities, and you can find the velocity with which they will move by applying the law of conservation of momentum. Take another activity is done in the NCERT book. He says take a test tube of good quality glass. This is a test tube. Why good quality? Because he is going to heat the test tube. When he will heat the test tube, what will happen? If the glass is not of good quality, it can crack. So on heating, it should not crack. Place a stop cork at the mouth. You know this is a cork. What is this, student? Cork at the mouth of test tube. Now suspend a test tube horizontally by the two strings. These are the two strings you are horizontally, figure 9.16. Heat the test tube with a burner. What will happen inside the test tube? What you have? What do you have? You have air. Air has moisture also, water vapors also. Heat the test tube with burner until water vaporizes and the cork blows out. What will happen? There will be pressure inside as there is a moisture in the air, and it will blow the cork. What will be the result of that? The cork is moving in this direction and test tube will recoil. Test tube will recoil with equal and opposite force. The cork will move a longer distance. Why? Because the acceleration is inversely proportional to mass, you know. So cork will go farther distance, but you will see the recoil will be smaller. Recoil to smaller because the mass of test tube is larger than mass of the cork. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So also observe the difference in velocity of the cork. Cork appears to have that of the recoiling. The recoiling velocity will be less as compared to the velocity of the cork. So what is important? The velocity of cork will be more than velocity of test tube. Okay. So these are some of the activities we can do it, student, in the lab for the demonstration of this. Note down everything, students. Questions could be put up in many ways to the students. Even they give some activities and ask you questions on that. Now question is that there will be numericals which will be asked on this student. Numericals will be asked on what law we have studied? Law of conservation of momentum. What is the formula we have derived? Tell me what formula? If there are two bodies, mass of A, initial momentum, sum of the initial momentum is equal to sum of the final momentum. Tell me yes or no.
Yes, sir.
So students, we should learn the formula very clearly. This formula is very important and will be used in solving numericals. So once there are certain formulas which we always write down with colored pen, students. This formula is important and will be applied in solving the numericals. Now we have a question before us. You have 2 minutes to answer the question, write all the steps and find out the answer to the question. Question is, a bullet of mass 20 gram is horizontally fired with a velocity of 150 meter second from a pistol of mass 2 kg. What is the recoil velocity? The pistol will recoil when you will fire the bullet, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
What is the velocity with which it will recoil? How do you calculate these velocities, students? By applying the formula of law of conservation of momentum. Okay, you have 2 minutes to answer the question. How will we solve the question, students? What is the question? You have a pistol, student. What is a pistol? You have a pistol. ठीक है? A pistol is there, student, and there is a bullet. Bullet. Where is the bullet? Bullet is inside the pistol. Let me see before collision. Before collision. Before firing. There is no collision here. ठीक है? Before firing. What is the given information, student? What is the mass of the bullet? Let me take it MA. Mass of the bullet, how much? 20 gram. Horizontally fired with the velocity of the bullet. Initial, this is the velocity of the bullet. Initial velocity. What is the initial velocity when they are at rest? In the beginning, they are at rest. Inside this, you have a bullet and you have a pistol. What is the initial velocity? UA. Tell me.
0 meter per second.
0. What is the mass of the gun? Mass of the what pistol? MB. How much is it? 2 kg. What is the initial velocity? Let me make it better so that you don't have. What is the initial velocity of pistol at rest? At rest. 0. Then what will be the momentum before collision? There are two things. One is gun and bullet. What do you have? MAUA plus MB uv. This will be this is 0. It comes to be 0, right?
Yes, sir.
0. What happens after collision? After collision, what is the velocity of the pistol? Velocity of pistol. How much velocity of the pistol is there? Vv. How much it is given? 150 meter per second. Velocity of the bullet, not the pistol. Velocity of the bullet. And mass, you already know mass of the bullet. Then this should be A, VA. Okay? No, so that there is no confusion, student. VA. VA. Mass of the bullet is how much? 20 gram, but we have to make it in SI units. SI units to be used, student. How it will be 20 by 1000 kg. 0.02 kg. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Mass of A. Then what you have to find the recoil velocity. That is VB of the pistol. You have to find out what will be the total momentum after collision. After collision, student, momentum is conserved. So you have 0.02 into 150 meter per second. Now, since they are in the same direction, what is the result? Plus, what is the mass of the pistol? 2 kg into VB, you have to find out. Now you apply the law of conservation of momentum. What it says? Total momentum before collision is equal to total momentum after collision. So before collision, total momentum before collision is equal to total momentum after collision. Then 0 is equal to 0.02 into 150 plus 2 into VB. What is the value of VB coming now? This is coming in minus 0.02 into 1.50. ठीक है? 150. This is 1 into 150. So what will be 150 into 2 by 100? 30 by 3. So minus 3 by 2 meter per second. What is the answer? Final answer then? Recoil velocity is equal to recoil velocity of pistol, how much? Minus 1.5 meter per second. Negative sign indicates what? Negative sign indicates, what is the negative sign indicating? Pistol will recoil in opposite direction. Recoil in opposite direction. ठीक है? Opposite direction to the bullet. Clear? Everything clear, students? Tell me.
Sir, sir, 150 into 2 by 100, it came 3. Then, sir, after that,
This is 3 plus 2 VB equal to 0. Then what will be VB? Take the 3 on the other side, minus 3 by 2. ठीक है? This is 3, no? 3 plus this equal to 0. Then VB will be equal to minus 3 by 2. momentum before collision is 0, momentum after collision. The two are have to be equal as the law of conservation of momentum. Clear now? This is 3. This value is 3. 3 plus 2 into VB equal to 0. Then what will be VB? Minus 3 by 2. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, students, this ends up the first part. Whatever intention we set up, the target is over. We have already told you what is law of conservation of momentum and the top numerical of this. Then we will see you in the next class. Okay.
Sir, but why didn't we add -3 and 2?
What we added? We
Sir,
you can do anyway. How does it matter? Are 3 plus 2 VB equal to 0. Then what will be the value of VB? What is this value? 3 plus this equal to 0. Then we have to calculate the value of recoil velocity. What is the recoil velocity? Velocity of the pistol you want to calculate. That is only after collision. After collision. Before collision, it is at rest. It only recoils when the bullet is fired. When bullet is not fired, both are at rest. Nothing is happening.
okay.
Bullet moves forward, the gun recoils on the opposite direction. That is why the value is negative. Okay, then we will see you in the next class. Keep on forwarding our videos to your friends and ask them to subscribe the channel, as we will be solving large number of questions. Okay, then I will see you in the next class.
Thank you, sir.